Welcome to Mystery Handicapper. Before I take a look at the Grade 1 Preakness Stakes, I want to welcome all of you who have recently subscribed to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Let's take a look at race number 13 on Saturday at Pimlico. It is the Grade 1 Preakness Stakes. It's a mile and 3/16 with a purse of $2 million. The last 8 winners of this race have either been on the lead or within 4 lengths of the lead at the first half mile. Let's take a look at the field. Trained by Bob Baffert, it's goal-oriented, and Bob Baffert gets the rail again. This time he has Flavien Prat on board. Goal-oriented. In his debut at Santa Anita, won by 3 1/4. Posted a nice speed figure for a debut. That's a nice speed figure. Next time out, over a sloppy track at Churchill, stretching out to a mile and 16th. Went gate to wire, won by 3/4 of a length. Increased the speed figure nicely in that. Bob Baffert, well, he's won this race a record 8 times. Goal-oriented is a perfect 2 for 2, but he's going from allowance company to Grade 1. 25 of the last 30 winners of this race had previously won a graded stakes race. But Flavien Prat is aboard. As long as you have Flavien Prat aboard, you got a chance. He's only competed in this race twice. But his first try, well, he won it in 2021. And last year, he finished 3rd. Post position number 1, this horse should be forward. Getting 6 to 1 on the 1 horse. Goal-oriented, sired by Not This Time. Let's take a look at journalism. Your morning line favorite at 8 to 5. I'll be surprised you get 8 to 5 when the gates open on this horse. Finished 2nd in the Kentucky Derby. Probably a little further back than he wanted to be. But that was still an impressive 2nd place finish to Sovereignty. It was over a sloppy track, and this horse had never run over a sloppy track or even trained over a sloppy track. His trainer, Mike McCarthy, he won this race in 2021. But 6 of the last 8 winners of this race skipped the Kentucky Derby. Actually, the last 5 horses to win this race skipped the Kentucky Derby. 8 to 5 morning line on journalism. I will use journalism on my tickets. 15 to 1 trained by Wayne Lucas. It's American Promise. Wayne Lucas has won this race 7 times, including winning it last year with a horse by the name of Seize the Gray. I have ownership shares in Seize the Gray. That was a special win, watching Seize the Gray win this race last year. He's living the life now. He's been retired to stud. Last time out in the Kentucky Derby, he was close to an honest pace. He was getting dirt kicked in his face. And they say this horse doesn't like to have dirt kicked in his face. I told you that in my Kentucky Derby analysis. Well, he fell aback terribly. I mean, the first 6 furlongs, he looked sharp. I mean, if the Kentucky Derby was a 6 furlong race, he did a great job. Unfortunately, it's a 1 1/4. American Promise finished 16th, behind by 38. It was a long layoff after the Virginia Derby. Horses coming in off of long layoffs like that in the Kentucky Derby, they typically don't do well. He should be forward in this race. 15-1 on the 3-horse. American Promise. 12-1. Heart of Honor. 6 races, 2 wins and 4 second-place finishes. Last time out, UAE Derby, second by a nose. He put blinkers on him in that race. He did drift out a bit, and that's probably what caused him the race. Losing to Admire Daytona. Now, Admire Daytona did him no favors with that terrible effort in the Kentucky Derby. The only horse that Admire Daytona beat in the Kentucky Derby was horses that didn't race, because Admire Daytona finished last. His jockey, Saffie Osborne, she's trying to become the first woman to win the Preakness Stakes. Last year, she became the first woman to win a race at Meydan Racecourse in Dubai. Now, trainer Jamie Osborne, he doesn't ship much to the U.S. Last time he shipped to the U.S. was 7 years ago. The trainer says, they don't want to just run in this race, but they want to try the Belmont as well. $12-1 on a horse that's has 2 wins and 4 second-place finishes in 6 races. I think you're going to get more than 12-1 on this horse. Heart of Honor. Pay Billy, 20-1. The local horse. Nice form for Pay Billy. Broke his maiden, Laurel. Next time out, won an allowance race and finished second by a nose, and stretched him out a little bit. Stakes race where he won by 3.5. And last time out, won by a length and a half. Nice form for this horse. But he's taking a big step up in class, and he's going to have to step up those speed figures. Now, his trainer, the last 365 days, when previously racing at Laurel, and then next time out running at Pimlico, is 0-9. Getting 20-1 on the 5-horse. Pay Billy. River Thames at 9-2, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden by Irad Ortiz. Broke his maiden by 4 3/4. That was with Lasix. Next time out, got Lasix again. Won by 6.5. Got off of Lasix. Only lost by a neck to Sovereignty in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. The Bluegrass, he did well in the Bluegrass, finishing 3rd. Only behind 3/4 of a length. He had enough points to compete in the Kentucky Derby. They didn't think he could get the distance. He's not really bred for long distances. 1 3/16, that might be pushing it a little bit for this horse. His trainer is 0-10 in the Preakness. His jockey is 0-6, but he does have 2 second-place finishes. $9-2 on the 6-horse. I will use the 6-horse on my tickets. Now let's take a look at Sandman at 4-1. Written by John Velasquez. Jose Ortiz is off, but look, it's not like Mark Cassie didn't like the way he wrote him last time. Jose Ortiz committed to riding Clever again. And right after the Derby, Mark Cassie said he wasn't going to run Sandman in the Preakness, he was going to run Sandman in the Belmont. So since Jose had already committed to riding Clever again, he couldn't ride Sandman too. He gave his word, so that's why Jose's on Clever again. Last time out in the Kentucky Derby, he was the second choice. Betting public likes this horse. His trainer said he was going into the first turn, was passing the grandstand. He knew that he was in trouble. He didn't like that sloppy racetrack at all. The jockey, Jose Ortiz, said, yeah, he didn't like the sloppy racetrack at all. What happens if they get rain? Now, there's been rain this week in Baltimore. Saturday doesn't look bad at all. It may not get much, but you still have to keep an eye out on the sky. John Velasquez won this race in 2023. Trainer Mark Cassie, well, he won this race in 2019. Maybe it was the sloppy track last time. Or maybe it was something else. See, we learned this week that Sandman had foot soreness leading up to the Kentucky Derby. Now, they didn't mention that before the Kentucky Derby. He had hoof issues. He put special shoes, horseshoes on. Now, apparently they say his soreness is gone and his feet are perfectly healed. Four to 1 on the 7 horse. Sandman. Clever again at 5 to 1, trained by Steve Asmussen. Steve Asmussen has won this race twice, and Jose Ortiz won this race in 2022. This horse can run all day. He's bred to run all day. His debut, he was second by a head, then he stretched him out to mile 16 off a long layoff. Went gate to wire, broke his maiden by 3/4 of a length. Next time out in the Hot Springs, gate to wire again, winning by 4, increasing the speed figure nicely. He's showing increasing speed figures. He got a 101 buyer speed figure in that race. Now, I don't anticipate he's going to get an easy lead in this one. But he was impressive last time out. His trainer, Steve Asmussen, in the last 365 days in stakes races at Pimlico, is 0 for 9. But his horses have finished in the money 4 times. His horse should be forward. He should have some company up front. You're getting 5 to 1 on the 8 horse. Clever again. I will use Clever again on my tickets. At 20 to 1, it's the 9 Gosger, side by Nyquist. His debut. Finished second. They stretched him out to 1 mile. Won by a length and a half. Broke his maiden. And in the Lexington, yeah, he didn't beat much in the Lexington, but he won by 2. I think this horse has a lot of upside, but he's got to increase his speed figures. He's going to have to increase his speed figures. I need some odds on my tickets. I got a couple favorites I'm using. Getting 20 to 1 on Gosker. I'll use him underneath. Sired by Nyquist. Out of a Tappet mare. He should have no problems getting this distance. I'll use Gosker at 20 to 1 underneath. So these are the horses I'm using. I'm using River Thames, Journalism, Clever Again, and Gosker. In the Kentucky Derby, I picked Sovereignty over Journalism. Journalism was the favorite in that race. Journalism is the favorite again. 8 to 5 morning line. I'm expecting less than that when the gates open. I would like to pick against him again, but I just think he's the best horse in this field. And I don't see who can beat him. I'm going to go with Journalism to win the Preakness Stakes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know who you're picking in this race. Good luck.